Broadcasting worldwide from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted pubhead in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Yes, here we are, the 27th day of July, 2022, known as Wednesday, otherwise known as Hump Day. So here we are. We're also broadcasting live on the Sam Cam. I have two Sam Cams running up at the same time. And once again, broadcasting out of the WDCE studios. If you're listening live, you can listen to WDCE.org. There's a live stream there. Also, download the Simple Radio app. Download the Simple Radio app and search WDCE. You can listen to the show live as it's being broadcasted. Once again, at Sam Newsman on Instagram to see me live as we are broadcasting here. It's called simulcasting. Yes, revolutionary concept. Simulcasting is where I'm broadcasting on not only a radio signal, but also live here via camera. The Sam Cam here on Instagram, and yesterday we got this up and running too. Here we are. We're also on YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube right over here. So we have two cameras. We have this camera, the YouTube camera, and then we have that camera over there. And that's the Instagram camera. So we have two different cameras, so two different angles, if you will, to be able to watch the show and to listen how you need to listen. We're trying to be something for everybody, be there for everybody in all different mediums. What? Well, I know everybody's still asleep. Well, and nobody gets up this early. Well, unless you're responsible. Yes, exactly. Well, you need to take on the day. By the time it's 9 o'clock, it's well over almost half the day. A third of the day is gone at that point. Yeah. And so what do you have to say about that? Yeah. 9 o'clock rolls around and you're just getting out of bed. Third of the day is already gone. Yeah, what are you doing? Anyway, so here we are broadcasting out of the WDC. Yeah, it is early. It is early. Well, it's because Todd has his show after ours, the Lob Lollipine show. Been a staple here at the station for years and years and years. But anyway, so let's go ahead. Let's get started. It's 6:11 here on the 27th day of July 2022. 0727-220611. Once again, that's 0727-220611. Those are the numbers. You play them in the jackpot. There was a jackpot last night, and a huge lottery jackpot. Not sure if anybody that I know won it, but good luck to all of you out there that might have. Once again, here we are, the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Yes, what we do is every single morning we come in and we grab the newspaper. We show the newspaper, make sure that everybody knows that it's the newspaper, not just some random blog. So once again, and I never know really kind of what this is going to say. And this is what we call a cold reading, if you will, and so there and get everything up and running. So here it goes. Contentious statue of A.P. Hill. This is from the Richmond Times-Dispatch here today, the 2021 Pulitzer Prize-winning Richmond Times-Dispatch. Oh, did I mention that we are in a contest put on by the Richmond Times-Dispatch for the best local morning radio show host? Yes. Well, yeah, we're in the running. We are in the running, and you can vote for us by going to @SamNewsman on Instagram. Click on the little link. Click on the link, and you'll be able to be taken directly. Yeah, we'll go to @SamNewsman. There's a link in my profile. Well, yeah, there's a link in the profile. So there's a link in the profile, and you just click that link. It takes you right there. You can vote there. Also, Richmond.com. Richmond.com. Go to contest. Click entertainment, scroll down, see best local morning radio show. You can vote for us, Sam Newsman, big bold letters, WDCE 90.1 Richmond. And that's on the website, richmond.com. Like I said, the best of Richmond. Vote for us if you do get a chance. But here we are, the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Contentious statue of A.P. Hill. A legal battle ensues. Court will decide the fate of the Confederate General's monument. 11 Confederate statues have been removed or toppled throughout Richmond since 2020, but a statue of Confederate General A.P. Hill remains upright in the city's north side, though the city would like to disassemble it and hand it over to the Black History Museum with the others. A legal fight is blocking the statue's removal. A group claiming to be descendants of Hill says the statue belongs to them. It filed a motion in Richmond Court, Richmond Circuit Court this month, asking for the monument, which it hopes to relocate. The city, however, urges the group has no right to the monument. That also contains Hill's human remains. It says the city should be free to continue with its plan to re-enter Hill and in a Culpeper cemetery and give away the monument. Following his death in 1865, a Union soldier shot him outside Petersburg. Ambrose Powell Hill was buried in a cemetery in Chesterfield. So there is a statue. Back in 2020, property values decided to tank after there was peaceful protestings that tore down a bunch of historical monuments. Yeah. So because of that, one of them ended up remaining. Not sure exactly how that happened. Tighten up, you peaceful protesters. That's right, tighten up, you peaceful protesters. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, shame on you. Okay, but anyway, so the only bad thing is that at least give the remains that are inside the tomb. And they say that there's remains inside the tomb, right? So there's remains inside the tomb. At least give that to the family. If the Black History Museum wants to have it, which I don't know why they would want to have it, but because they have the other ones, right? What are they doing with those? Okay. Oh, they're sprawling them out on the floor in museums. Oh, because it's art now. Ah, I got it. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it makes total sense. Makes total sense. Yes, it's art now. So these torn down statues now lay on the floor in art museums, displaying art, the art of peaceful protesting. Got it. Okay. It makes total sense to me. But I tell you, I believe the family should have the rights to his remains, right? At least give them that. I mean, if the Black History Museum wants to have the statue, to make it art. Yeah, well, listen, it's too early. It's too early. No, can't be contentious this early in the morning. No, listen, they were peaceful. Listen, nothing says peaceful protesting more than a burning GRTC bus. What is it? Yeah, GRTC. Yeah, nothing burns brighter. Nothing shines more bright and illuminates peaceful protesting more than a burning, blazing GRTC bus. Anyway, so what else do we have here on the front page of the Richmond Times? There we go. We have Vita losing top talent in key IT areas. Many of the departures are blamed for Youngkin's new teleworking policy. An exodus of high-tech talent isn't limited to executive leadership at the Virginia Information Technology Agency, which also has lost key employees in cloud services and cybersecurity operations that are critical to operating state government and protecting computer networks from attacks. Vita, as the state IT agency is known, has already suffered a series of high-profile departures by executives since Glenn Youngkin's inauguration in January, including 2 chief information officers who had led the department, the chief operating officer and the deputy who temporarily took over from him, and the chief administrative officer. The agency also has lost all of the staff responsible for helping the executive branch agencies receive information technology services through the cloud. So all of those people have departed. And it has to do with the fact that I believe that Youngkin said that you now have to go to the office. Many of these IT professionals, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, have been working in their boxer shorts on a daily basis since the pandemic. Like many people who have been working in their boxer shorts since the pandemic, even on radio, if you will. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Broadcasting live in your boxer shorts in the woodshed behind your house. Right. Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens. And people get comfy and they get cushy and they sit there and they then think, oh, well, this is how it should be. No longer never have to go to the office. Why should I have to go to the office? I can do all my work right here in my boxers or in my woodshed. Well, I tell you, the governor came in and he said, no, you need to show up to the office. We're going to get rid of those policies. And there has been a mass exodus from IT professionals. Well, well, yeah, of course, I don't think none of them voted for him anyway. And if they did, they were probably so unhappy the fact that they had to give up their cushy boxer job, they probably went and found somewhere else to work remotely. There's still plenty of places around to work remotely. I mean, people are working remotely all the time. Anyways, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM. We do have the Sam Cam open. I do see Triple D down there in the chat. Triple D toy customizer. But the black wash on Crocmaster made it look better. Yes, Toy Talk. Toy Talk, I know. Just deep side and deep cut information, deep underground information. Toy intel. Toy intel. What else do we have? It is 6:19 here on the 27th day of July, 2022. Court denies Stoner police chief request to review. Stoney. Sorry about that. Court denies Stoney police chief request to review suit filing. Virginia appellate court has denied a request by Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney and Richmond Police Chief to review a Richmond Circuit Judge's ruling that would allow a $5 million wrongful termination suit against them to proceed. And former Richmond Police Major Blackwell is suing Stoney Smith individually, saying he violated state law and policy when, according to his complaint, he was fired. So there's a brouhaha going on with the mayor and police chief. Well, nothing was going to happen. Nothing's going to come to that. What else do we have? Some heat is returning ahead of a slight break, so there might be some more of that. Wilder School poll, Youngkin's approval rating stands at 49%. Governor Youngkin has a 49% approval rating 6 months into his tenure, according to a new Wilder School Commonwealth poll that found support for his tax relief effort. The poll found that 39% disapprove of Youngkin's job performance. Tax cuts are likely to be a key part of Youngkin's stump speech as he extends his out-of-state speaking tour. You notice that? Been showing up on Fox News a lot lately, bud. Hell, you haven't even finished a year here yet in Virginia, and you're already sitting there throwing your damn hat in the race. Yeah, no. Listen, hey, listen. I don't need to be cute. I don't need to be fancy. Listen, the guy shows up with all of his money, and then out of nowhere, he's like, you know what? Yeah, screw all these local interviews. We're not going to do that. Who needs local interviews? I'm going on Fox. I'm going on CNN. I'm going all over the place. Need to, raise up my rank and profile. Because I need to get into that field because, we have to beat 45 Orange 45. Yeah, Orange 45. Got to beat Orange 45. I mean, do you really think that any of these people are going to be able to beat Orange 45? It's going to be like a bull in a china shop. I'm just calling it right now. If Orange 45 throws his hat well, that's why they're trying to indict him. They're trying to indict him because, they don't want him to throw his name in the hat. Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap. There's a trap somewhere. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's springing the trap. Anyways, so the governor recently signed off on a new state budget that includes $4 billion in tax relief. The survey found that 72% of respondents backed Youngkin's effort to eliminate the 1.5 state portion of the sales tax on groceries, which the governor estimates will save a family of four $209 a year. Which they'll just then spend on Amazon purchases, right? Right, of course. The General Assembly preserved the 1% portion of the tax that goes directly to local governments to fund public services. The poll found that 58% of respondents supported Youngkin's unsuccessful effort to suspend the state gas tax for 3 months. Youngkin said the state's revenue surplus meant Virginia could afford to suspend the tax and give Virginians a break from high prices. Democratic leaders said the suspending the tax would hurt state transportation funding, and that there was no guarantee the savings would be passed on to consumers. The poll also found that 56% of respondents support Youngkin's efforts to establish lab schools, privately run and publicly funded K through 12 schools. The Youngkin says will spur innovation in education. The spending plan Youngkin recently signed includes $100 million in seed money for lab schools. Hold on, we go back up here. Hold on. Wait a minute. The Democratic leader said suspending the gas tax would hurt state transportation funding, and that there would be no guarantee the savings would be passed to consumers. So if they took the gas tax off from the state tax, you're telling me that the gas tax price won't go down? Which gas are we talking about? Remember, we had this is an educational moment. Is this the gas that you pump in your car, or is this your natural gas? Remember? Remember, so your power bill is still going up. The power bill is still going up. Yes, the power bill is still going up, which means what? Natural gas is going up. Okay, you can sit there and say all day long, oh, well, the gas that I put in my car is going down. But is your power bill still going up? A survey found that 79% of respondents back state efforts to fund the state's historically black colleges and universities. Well, of course, let's see. The responses in the poll suggest what I have always said, that people are always ahead of the leaders, said former Governor L. Douglas Wilder, who served as the governor from 1990 to 1994. Let's see here. Oh, the grocery tax proposal is very receptive. Gas tax suspension and/or stipend is greeted positively, which can be viewed as a direct response to rising inflation. Now, Wilder, a Democrat, did not endorse a candidate in the contest for governor, but he joined three former GOP governors serving as advisors to Youngkin, beginning with the transition after his election. This is what also brought up the text messages from VCU. People got upset, and then all of a sudden there's this big brouhaha with that too. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago, right? About a week or so ago. We did. Right. So that's what's happening here in the state. I do have national news. I do have national news I do want to get to. I have national news I do want to get to here in a few moments. But first, we're going to play a song. Yes, I feel like I am kind of like the detective around here. Yeah, I'm like a Dark Knight myself. Right. Exactly. Well, that's what you can expect from someone who's a real servant of the people. Serving people day by day, minute by minute. We've been serving them every single day with content and a radio show every single day since the 11th of July. And the reason why is because we have been on the ballot for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. You can go to my Instagram page. We're broadcasting live on the Sam Cam. We also have the YouTube camera here as well. We have two different cameras simulcasting live on both of them as we're broadcasting live on the radio. Right. So I wanted to try to get the Twitch tablet. Maybe have Twitch running as well. I have the Twitch tablet here, but we're still working on the Twitch tablet. So still working. The Twitch tablet, still a work in progress. Then we'd be broadcasting in three different places in addition to the radio. But once again, yes, the best of Richmond, the best local morning radio show. Go to Sam Newsman at Sam Newsman on Instagram. Click the link in the profile. You can vote there. Or go to richmond.com. Go to richmond.com. Go to contest. Scroll down. Click entertainment. And or click Best of Richmond. Go down to entertainment. And you will then see us underneath entertainment for best local morning radio show. Click on this. Use one email per vote. I'm going to say that again. One email per vote. And yes, clarify. Yes. No, I'm not going to say anything more than that. One email per vote per day from now until the 28th. Oh, I know. Listen, I understand that there's been some dirty tricks that have been played. No, listen, I didn't want to play any dirty tricks at all. Nope. No dirty tricks. But if you do have a family of 5 and they each have an email address, then go ahead and have them all vote. Right? What? Oh, you're Mormon? Oh, okay. So if you're Mormon, you have a family of 12 or 13. Yeah, have them make sure that they all have their email addresses and they all vote every single day. Yeah. Oh, I have a family of 57. Well, good for you. That's great. That's fantastic. And that's, make sure that they all vote. So remember, one email address per vote, right? Exactly. Once again, we want to be above board about all this. Make sure that each member of your family votes once a day, even if you have 57 members in your family. So here we go. So once again, that is the best of Richmond. You can do that once again, richmond.com or Sam Newsman at Sam Newsman on Instagram. There is a link in the profile. Anyway, so here it is. It is 6:28 here on the 27th day of July 2022. Once again, we're going to go play a music break here for just a moment. I'll be back on the other side. We have news, national news, that is coming up. And then also space news, and space news at the top of next hour. Cutting it short today, getting out of here at 7:30, but make sure you stay with us live here, live on the Sam Cam at Sam Newsman on Instagram. Also here live on YouTube from broadcasting live from the WDCE studios, broadcasting worldwide. That's right, worldwide, because we're all over the place. Broadcasting worldwide from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Broadcasting live, broadcasting worldwide from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted Pumpkin Media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Yes, here on the 27th day of July. Hold on, we got all these different cameras and everything up. Just trying to make sure. Yes, I don't have my shoes on again. I don't have my shoes. You can see that on the Sam Cam. I have the Sam Cam up live and running right now on Instagram. Also, we are broadcasting live on WDCE 90.1 FM and on YouTube. And on YouTube, the other day, the Sam Cam on Instagram was down, so we decided to fire up YouTube. And we fired up YouTube at the same time that we have the Sam Cam running, and it's been doing well ever since. And so we hopefully maybe have another form. But once again, you can listen to us, WDC 90.1 FM, and also on YouTube, Sam Newsman on YouTube, at Sam Newsman on Instagram. And so here we go. So I do have the Washington Post to get back into the news, of course. What else would we get into this early in the morning? We got the Washington Post here. Make sure that both cameras can see the Washington Post. There it is. So here we go. We have the Washington Post. A lot of juicy stories on the front page of the Washington Post today. So let's see. That's one of the reasons why I was wanting to actually read this much more. So Biden now poised. So this is, remember, the Washington Post, where democracy dies in the darkness. Right? Democracy dies in the darkness. Something like that. Anyways, so we have the Washington Post. First one is, let's see here. Here we go. Biden now poised for big wins in Congress. Bills on semiconductors, drug prices, and more could deliver a political lift. The first major drug prescription legislation in nearly 20 years, more than $50 billion to subsidize computer chip manufacturing and research, a bill that would enshrine protection for same-sex marriage. After a turbulent stretch in which much of President Biden's legislation agenda seemed to be floundering, the president and his party may be on the cusp of significant wins in Congress that the White House hopes will provide at least a modest political boost. Most politically resonant is a bill to let Medicare negotiate drug prices, a hugely popular idea that Democrats have been pursuing for more than 20 years. Even before that, possibly within days, Congress is likely to pass a bill providing $52 billion in U.S. semiconductor industry, intended to booster the U.S. economy and cut China's influence and continue to line the pockets of Nancy Pelosi's husband. Yes, and we're so close. Let's get it done, Biden said. But the bill on Monday said it depends on the bill on Monday. That's what Biden said. It depends on the bill. Democrats hope these measures earn a bigger political payoff than, say, Biden's infrastructure law, which seemed to make little impression on voters as they all fell asleep like he does at 2 p.m. Democrats now seem to be hitting a stride where they're about to rattle off 3 meaningful victories in a short amount of time, and for the first time have an open field to politically gain from that, said some former Republican who now consults for the Democrats. Oh, a turncoat. Set a turncoat. Oh, well, you should. Yeah, well, of course that's what happens, says the turncoat. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, way to go. Way to go. Way to be on your team. Yeah. Wait, oh no, I learned and I grew it. Yeah, whatever. Come on now. Stick with the team. Stick with the team. If it's going to be red, it's going to stay red. If it's going to be blue, it's going to stay blue. You can't sit there and claim you're a healthy shade of purple. That's only me, and even that's only because I don't vote. The reason why I don't vote, why would I vote? As a member of the media, why would I vote? Listen, I can't do that. I would not be objective to you, the listeners and the watchers here, if I were to sit there and vote. Animal Mother Customs showed up here just a few moments ago in the chat. Shout out to him. School prayer fights and anyway, so that was the first article we see, and so yeah. Anyway, so what? There's. Do you want me to make a bet whether or not there's still going to be a red wave? Well, I don't. Listen, I can't sit there and make those type of bets and predictions just yet. What else do we have? Criminal probe by DOJ now looks at Trump's actions. Focus on his instructions to his advisors. Phone records of top aides have been seized. The Justice Department is investigating Donald Trump's actions as a part of its criminal probe efforts to overturn the 2020 election results, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. Prosecutors who are questioning witnesses before a grand jury include 2 top aides to Vice President Mike Pence, have asked in recent days about the conversation with Trump, his lawyers, and others in his inner circle who sought to substitute Trump's allies for certified electors from some states Joe Biden won. According to 4 people familiar with the matter, both spoke on the condition of anonymity. They wanted to remain secret in order to discuss an ongoing investigation. The prosecutors have asked hours of detailed questions about meetings Trump led in December 2020 and January 2021. His pressure campaign on Pence to overturn the election, and instructions Trump gave his lawyers and advisors about the fake electors and sending electors back to the states, the people said. Some of the questions focused directly on the extent of Trump's involvement. Trump's involvement. So, yeah, well, there was a question that was asked of Merrick Garland the other day. Did you see that? So Merrick Garland was asked of whether or not he was going to go after Trump, and he said something vague, like, "We're going to go after everybody." Yeah. The failed Supreme Court Justice Merrick Garland. What? What do you mean that's a cheap shot? No, he was failed. Yeah, he failed. He didn't make the cut. That's why he's the fake AG now. Oh, it's just jokes. Political jokes. Political jokes. What do you mean it's too early for political jokes? Well, right. That's right. Comedy is dead. Comedy died last week when they decided to kick Dave Chappelle out of a comedy club and then decided to call it a space. I get it. Listen, I get it. Listen, the world's upside down. The world's upside down. Dogs, cats living together, mass hysteria. Yes, I completely get it. The GOP GO opinion on marriage bill, nothing to speak of. The Respective Marriage Act, a bill that would enshrine the right of same-sex interracial marriage in federal law, is only 4 short pages long. Yet, in the week since, the House has passed measures on a bipartisan vote. Democratic leaders indicated they plan to put it on the Senate floor. Few Republican senators have found the time to read it. I haven't read it yet. We're still looking at it. Said another, and I'm not going to comment on the terms and how long it's going to be until we vote on the bill. So once again, stalling in the Senate, of course. I don't have a what? Well, the state has no business in your relationship anyway. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? The state has no business in your relationship. So as far as marriage goes, if you want to go walk down the aisle and swap occult rings and whatever and blah blah blah, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. Occult symbol. Well, you didn't know? Yeah, the wedding band. Oh, you don't know about the wedding band and the history of the wedding band. Well, you thought it was one thing, and I don't want to. It's esoteric. Very occult-like stuff. No, occult not meaning bad. Everyone sits there. You say occult. Occult just means that which is hidden from wandering eyes. Right. So the real meaning of the wedding ring has an occult meaning, but once again, that doesn't mean that it's, oh my gosh, scary. But no, listen, all I am telling you is that, listen, you do what you need to do. You walk down the aisle, you get whoever says the vows you need to say the vows with. Just don't apply any paperwork for the state. Yeah, I'm trying to help you out. Divorce is a crazy thing. Yeah, it ends up costing people more money for a divorce. Oh no. Well, no, not me. No. There's no Mrs. Newsman around here. No, not at all. Not at all. No Mrs. Newsman around here. Toying around 77 in the chat. Once again, broadcasting live from the WDC studios of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM, WDCE 90.1 FM. Broadcasting live also on Instagram with the Sam Cam on Instagram. Also, the Sam Cam is live on YouTube as well. Another story. School prayer fight blurs church and state line. Activists push for more worship and public education after Supreme Court's ruling on religious freedom. A Michigan superintendent is pondering whether coaches should lead students in pregame prayer. A school board member in Florida wants her district to teach students about prayer and other religious studies. In Hawaii, a leader of a faith and family focused activism group sees a path to altering a state policy that says public school employees cannot initiate prayer on campus. A month has passed since the Supreme Court ruled in favor of a Washington State football coach who knelt at midfield to pray, was joined by other student athletes. The court wrote in a 6-3 decision that the coach's prayers were protected by the Constitution's guarantees of free speech and religious exercise, and that the district was wrong to discipline him for what the majority saw as a private act. In response, his families, teachers, and activists are preparing to push religious worship into public schools nationwide, working to blur the line dividing prayer and pedagogy and promising emotional, spiritual and educational benefits for the students. Some officials are listening in at least 3 states. Illinois, Alabama, and Oregon. School personnel have said they are reviewing their policy on employer prayer. Well, that's very interesting. Well, I mean, say what you want. No one. Listen, nobody is sitting there saying the teacher's getting up in front of the class and singing "Kumbaya." Nobody's singing "Kumbaya" in the class. And now, if they're singing "Kumbaya" in class, then we might have an issue. Is "Kumbaya" is probably copyrighted, right? Is it copyrighted? Can't just go around singing that. In fact, all those songs are copyrighted. Do any of the people get a cut of those worship songs when they're singing them every morning at Sunday church? Sunday morning church should be like the radio. All the people whose songs are sung across the country in all those churches should be getting a cut. It's like a radio. It's like radio. Like when a song comes on the radio, and yeah, the artist gets a cut. Blah blah blah. That's kind of new stuff. Well, listen, try to just think out loud, thinking outside the box. Anyway, so prayer in school. So we have prayer in school and GOP marriage bills and Biden and this and criminal DOJ probe, all kinds of fun stuff. Here on a hump day, this 27th day of July, 2022. Once again, broadcasting live out of the WDCE studios here in the University of Richmond. Sam Newsman, at Sam Newsman on Instagram. Sam Cam is live on Instagram. Sam Cam is also live on YouTube. And in a few moments, we'll be back with some space news and information at the top of next hour. But until then, did you know that you can save 15% if you use the code SKYDRO at extremesets.com? Your photographs might not look as good as Skydro Walker on Instagram, but you can at least save 15% while taking your toy photography pictures. That's Skydro, SKYDRO, at extremesets.com. Follow him, Skydro Walker, here on Instagram as well. Once again, we are on the ballot for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia. You can go to Sam Newsman on Instagram, click on the link in the profile, and you can vote for me there. And richmond.com, go to contest, best of Richmond, go down to entertainment, and scroll down to best local morning radio show. You can vote for me once again there. And we would definitely like your support. Vote once a day per email address in your family of 57. Once again, so once a day from now and today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. We'll be here tomorrow too as well. We'll talk about all that here in a bit on the other side of the break. But before then, we got to get out of here. And we'll be back on the other side with space news and information here on this hump day, this 27th day of July 2022. Here it is, 6:55 on the 7th day of July 2022. Yes, 0727-2206. 55. Those are the numbers, 0727-2206-55. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios, broadcasting worldwide from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment.
wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes,
Dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Broadcasting worldwide from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond, you're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment here on this 27th day of July in the year 2022. It is 7:05. And here we are. Yes, wanted to get right into business. At Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Twitter. Vote for us for the best of Richmond. Go to richmond.com, click go to contest, scroll all the way down to entertainment, and then you can click on best local morning radio show. Love to have your vote. We need to get right back into the news. We were here. We already read from the Richmond Times-Dispatch, read from the Washington Post, and here's what I saw yesterday that I thought was very interesting. End of an era. This is coming from the Sun, thesun.com. End of an era. Russia to quit ISS after 2024 as the Kremlin reveals plot to build rival space station. Well, that's not going to be a problem. Sure, won't. Well, that's not a problem at all. We talked about space lasers the other day. Nothing is worse than when other countries start firing off space lasers. You know, you're worried about your AR-15 and that protecting you from the zombie apocalypse, which it shall. But the reality is there's space lasers. So God forbid all of a sudden when this government and that government start building different space stations and they start shooting space lasers all over the place. What? What do you mean go back to the moon? What do you mean? Why would go back to the moon? We haven't been back to the moon since 1972. You know why? Because we found out that it actually is made out of cheese. Yeah, so we found out that the moon is actually made out of cheese. No, it's not the type of cheese that you think. No, it's not that type. Nope, it's not that type either. It's classified. It's classified cheese. Like, listen, I can't get into it. Yes, I know I've been doing this since Roswell. Of course. Anyways, by the way, everyone, so I do have my staff. They're back over there behind the glass, and they're over here. And they're all over the place here, but they're laughing at me, and they always are talking to me in my ear. You don't hear them, but I hear them, and they're always they're having a conversation with me to make sure that I stay on task, and they're also making jokes and talking smack in my ear. You don't hear it. Like I said, it would distract you. Hell, it's distracting to me. We're talking about cheese, the moon, the classified cheese. No, I'm not going to get into it. No, listen, I'm not getting into Roswell either. Can we just talk? Okay, listen, Russia said it will opt out of being part of the International Space Station after 2024. So after the next election, they're like, we're out after the next election. The country's space chief confirmed the move and said Russia will focus on building its own damn station instead. Well, he didn't say damn station, but no, that was improv. What? That's biblical. No, what do you mean it's out of context? But if that word is there, well, whatever. Anyway, so here we are. Yuri Borsev, the new leader of the state-controlled space station corporation Roscosmos, said in a meeting with Russian Vladimir Putin that Roscosmos will fulfill all of its upstanding obligations. The decision to leave the station after 2024 has been made. Russian space officials have previously mentioned that a plan to leave the ISS in 2024, but this is the first time it has officially confirmed by the head of Roscosmos. The Russian announcement comes amid rising tensions with the West as the Kremlin continues its denazification campaign. That's what they call it, the denazification campaign, according to their own internal sources. Right now, Russian cosmonauts are currently on board the ISS with European astronauts. The ISS is actually a combination of two space stations. One is known as the Russian segment, and one is known as the American module. So there you go. So Russia's like, hey, listen, after you guys figure out your next election nonsense in 2024, guess what? We're jumping off of this thing, and we're going to go make our own spaceship. Listen, I can't blame them. You know, listen, the government here can't even tie its shoelace. And, you know, it wasn't much less. Maybe the Russians probably think that being up there with the Americans put them at risk. Why? Well, because you know that America has the highest case of monkeypox. You know that? Yeah, so we probably Russia's sitting there thinking, hey, listen, if we go up there with them, with a bunch of Americans and we're all sharing the same space station, nowhere else in America is there a monkeypox cases like there is in America, and there's no one else who would know better than the head of the World Health Organization, who's not a damn doctor himself, right? Of course, yes, it all makes sense. All makes sense. Yes, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this up, and we're not in a recession. Because I know, listen, I know that tomorrow those numbers come out. We're not in a recession. I can't listen. I don't just because we have two consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth does not mean we're in a recession. I know that that's what the definition was for years, but that things change. Things change when you have a blue team in. Yeah. So it's not the same. Not the same standards anymore. Too many people getting jobs. Too many people getting jobs. Not in a recession. Don't have to worry about anything. Food prices are not going up. No, that's not happening. No, no, no. Gas prices are going down, though. Gas prices are going down. So, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, that's exactly it. So here we go once again here on this 27th day of July, 2022. I have all kinds of stuff that I want to go over, but we are going to get out of here a little bit earlier. Let's see here. New York asked who to rename stigmatizing monkeypox. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got to rename monkeypox because it is offensive to monkeys, right? Yeah, no, wait. What? Is that what it says? Stigmatizing? Have you seen the memes? The memes of that, the monkey with the face just looking, being like, so, oh my goodness. Yeah, so stigmatizing. Let's rename it. Let's see, re-stigmatizing. It's not just monkeys anymore. Oh, it has something to do with the HIV community, LGBT, something or another. Or, once again, yeah, we have to change. Yeah, we always have to change everything for them. Yeah, of course, whatever they say. Yeah, so I'm sure they're on it. So it won't be called monkeypox here shortly. It'll be changed to something else. Those are by our friends over there at the Woke Brigade. Hey, no, God love them. Yeah, listen, comedy clubs are safe spaces now. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, comedy clubs are safe spaces now. It's something that's new. It's completely new, and it's yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, there's a couple of other news. Oh, look, there's Todd coming in here. Todd's coming up. The Lollipod show has been changed, of course, in case you did not get the memo. Starts here at 7:30 in just a few moments. There's Todd back there. He's all busy. Todd the Ranson. That's just a joke. Inside joke. Todd the Ranson. But here we go. What is it? We got to get out of here soon. So let's, once again, all the news and information. Yeah, I couldn't say it any better myself. Oh, that Game of Thrones is what they play. A house of cards, just day by day. The voters lose in every way. It's just like I always say. It's sideshow, infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. The most trusted puppet in media is me. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they just never think they should.
Well, that's right. That's about that time where we go over just the things that we learned today. Well, there was a bunch of things that we did actually read about, but now that I'm thinking about it, the only thing that really mattered was the fact that Russia is not going to be on the space station, right? That's the only thing that really matters. Well, that's what the guys in the black suits are saying back there. Well, they just want me to keep. It's a cover story. What do you mean it's a cover story? No, listen. See now there you go again. The guys in the back over here in the black suits. Listen, you guys. So you guys don't understand this. So here I am. I'm on the radio. Every time I start talking about aliens and I start talking about space, the next thing you know is the guys in the back black suits back there. Yeah, you guys can't see them. Like I said, they're black suits. They're back there and they're standing back there. They start getting a little nervous and they start talking into like their earpieces or something. I don't know. And the next thing you know, I get a phone call on Saturday morning from the general. And the general tells me that everything is going according to plan. They're tracing the calls the way that they're supposed to be. Right? Well, I mean, listen, all I want to do is just provide news and information to everybody. And that's all I want to do. And here I have those guys in the black suits always in the back somewhere and just pointing at me, making sure that I'm saying the right thing. Well, how about this? Air pollution is likely to cause dementia. How about that? Do you like that? You want to hear all about that? What about this one? Here you go. Nervous nation. Half believe they're in danger every single day. 3 in 4 young adults live in fear. Fear of what? They're not doing anything. What are they doing? Staying around at mom and dad's house? Staying in the basement? Playing video games? What do they have anything to fear about? Yeah, remember, there's safe spaces. Hell, they don't listen. If they go to a comedy club, they don't have to worry about being picked on, because that's a safe space now, right? What else do we have here? Oh no, we're not going to talk about that. What else? The worst flight delays at the world's busiest airports. Have you been flying lately? There's been nothing but airplane cancellations all over the place. Pretty ridiculous. Right. Well, I tell you, I think that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a risk if you buy an airplane ticket. It is. It is a complete risk. And that risk, listen, I think you can get plane insurance. You can. Then you have to pay an arm and a leg for that, though, too, right? Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so what else do we have here? The largest, no. Why some justices are supremely unpopular. Well, that doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. Dems introduced bill to enact term limits for the Supreme Court. Oh, there you go. Supreme Court term limits. What about term limits for all of those people, huh? How about term limits for everybody, right? Well, that's exactly what needs to happen. Yeah. So, yep. So we're going to get out of here in a few moments. So, yeah, of course. So, yeah. Well, the Lollipop Show needs to. Yep. He needs to come on. Well, of course. Yep. So we're going to get out of here in just a little bit. Yep. So once again, here we are broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. And like I said, we're going to be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I believe. 6 o'clock. We'll be back 6 o'clock here and what else? Yeah, 6 o'clock. Shout out to Mom. Shout out to G. And of course, we're going to be, just a few moments. Yes. Yep. No, I got it. We got it all under control. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. Vote for me, Sam Newsman, on Instagram. Also, Sam Newsman. If you go to Richmond, what is it? Richmond.com. Richmond.com. The best of Richmond. You can vote there. Once again, we're broadcasting live here this morning, and we'll be back tomorrow as well. So that'll do it for me here. I'm going to close out this and then say Jerem's going to come in here for just a second. Then Todd's going to take over, and we'll be out of here in just a few moments.